Hey everyone, and welcome to Baka-Talk, the only podcast on the internet at this moment.
Yay!
Right now.
We're not live.
How do you know?
Are we live?
I don't know. Are we?
Are we?
That's for you to figure out and for me to know later.
Google it now. Go to our YouTube.
Anyways, the man with the Google machine is Pyrolus.
Yeah.
And the man standing there having a anxiety attack by the looks of it is Wheeze.
Hi, I'm Wheeze.
He is Wheeze.
You are Wheeze. You're the one and only.
I am the
Wheeze.
very normal Wheeze.
You're gonna be like this whole episode now because I said something.
I found the only thing that is new is 20 hours ago was the Steins Gate visual novel playthrough episode 4, and then the weirdness that is Baka-Talk.
Holy crap!
Seems about
200,000 views.
What?
That's
What?
crazy.
What?
20 hours ago
Nice.
is what it says.
You said 200,000 views though.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're super famous, so everyone
Ah.
should watch us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
Sean Wilson, love you, man. You got my heart. What?
I was not expecting you to do.
What?
Oh, that's great.
As far as I know, we did make him very happy posting that episode. So I
Yeah,
think
look
it's
at
a
that. We get such nice comments.
yeah, we do. They're all awesome.
By the way, he is right. It is pronounced May Queen Nyan Nyan. It does upset me a little bit that you go Nyan squared.
It says non squared in the thing,
yeah,
so I
but you
say it
s-
because it's funny.
Yeah, that's not what you're supposed to do, though.
That's kind of like in the latest
what I do
episode.
with
I say
that.
cough, cough.
Yeah, you're supposed to go,
I say
I'm not gonna
squared.
do that.
I
Do
say
it.
squared because it's funny. Also,
man.
what's some other things?
Also, Nikki
Um,
Glop, where did you
phone
go?
wave,
You've only
get
commented
tweet.
once.
Name subject to change.
Yeah.
I still say it like it's supposed to be said though. But yeah, the squared plus thing is funny to me.
We're voice actors. If we can't change it up a little bit, what's worth our job?
Exactly. If they wanted to be
Dude,
nya
hold on.
nya, they would just show it nya nya
This
instead of
Nikki
nya
Glop
squared.
man, I'm not sure if he subscribed to us, but he's also subscribed to Sam O'Neill. I know that man's.
Sam O'Neill.
I don't know him personally, but like I watch his videos.
What do you
He's
mean,
pretty good.
Charles?
Calling
Sam?
out these people.
Why are you just calling these people out on the podcast?
Because they commented. and I'm
Be
thanking
more
them.
like the comments on Baka-Talk instead of the comments on my YouTube channel who just berate me. No, I love all the
they
comments.
disagree with you
on
one
on
time
my YouTube.
on one anime.
See,
And you're like,
that's the
screw my
trick.
viewer base.
That's the trick. Someone says, I post a video and then someone were like, actually, you're wrong. It's supposed to be this. And I'm like, oh, really? And they're like, yes, and keep commenting. And I'm like, oh, really? And then I just get a
Really?
ton of interaction, and which boosted in the algorithm. So let's
we got
go.
550 views since we started.
How do you know all this?
Reasons?
Are you on the studio app?
No.
Oh.
No, it shows on a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
on
didn't know
YouTube.
that. I haven't looked at the actual page. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, everyone. You can check out everyone.
Oh yeah, because they updated it now. Now you can't even hide your subscriber count.
Let me check out Markiplier on YouTube because that's
You
the
can't even
first-
check the subscriber count? That's sad.
You
Yeah.
can't hide the.
Oh, you can't hide it. Oh, okay, I'm okay with that.
I guess it helps against bots.
Markiplier has 18,828,214,849 views.
Dang,
Yeah, so you can check it out anywhere.
those are rookie numbers compared to ours.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
We're in the trillions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Totally the trillions.
definitely.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah.
We totally just didn't say our viewer count at all.
You know, saying this and then actually looking at our viewer count is a little sad. Dude, poor McSnazzy Pants.
Markiplier has more views than Mr. Beast. What
That
the
video
heck?
has no
That's so
views.
On YouTube,
Oh,
On
it's
YouTube?
so sad.
on our actual podcast, because YouTube's kind of a side gig.
Yeah.
Our actual podcast actually hit a landmark. We're over 3K listens now.
Legit?
Yeah.
Nice. Is that like total or?
So far, yes. That is total. but we are in the highest season of listens so far to date.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
So last year this time we were getting an average of like 5 an episode,
Yeah,
and we are, well, let's just say we're a lot higher than that now.
we're a lot higher than that now. Okay.
We're like 6 an episode.
Yeah,
let's
let's go.
No, we're actually like almost double what we were even a year ago. So
Gnarly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
Yeah.
host boom.
Oh, what else did they come?
What else do we have to talk about?
lots of things.
Lots of things.
Lots of
like
things.
So like Pyrolis watched Promise Neverland.
I watched up to episode 5 of Promise
What do you
Neverland.
think of
That's like
Promise
half
Neverland?
of it.
It's all right.
What'd you think of the first episode?
The first episode.
That's like the one that matters.
Yeah, no, it was all right. It's like I kind of saw a lot of it coming. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
Mm.
it was predictable to me.
Okay. Makes sense.
It wasn't bad. I enjoy it. It's just like ReZero. You don't predict a lot. I can't predict a lot of stuff that happens, which is why it's one of my favorite things. Same with Steins Gate.
Fair
And
enough.
the story to this is good, but it's like a predictable good. You know.
Makes sense.
So did you find the story interesting from the start?
Yeah, the whole idea that hey, look, that kid there, he's got a prisoner tattoo on his neck, but he's being raised in an orphanage, and they're like, oh no, Connie's dead, and they're being sold to demons.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Demons, aliens, what's the difference?
Demons.
It's got a good hook in the first episode.
It does. I like the series. I hear season 2 is horrible.
I do, which is why I want to read the manga first and then watch season 2.
Yeah, for sure. I got you the first 5. Like,
I do have the first
volumes.
5. I need to get the next 15, and then I'll be
Oh.
happy.
15. That's what he
Dang.
wants if he wins today.
Yes, that's what I want if I win today. The next 15 volumes.
Okay. Wait, no. Not the next 15.
You already agreed to
That-
it.
That's a
you
lot.
already agreed
Let's
to it.
go.
Oh, how
No.
much do the next 15 volumes? Like at least $200.
They're like 60. I mean, they're like $10 a book if you think about that. So $150.
There you go.
Let's go.
Let's
No. Okay, so cool. Yeah, you
Yeah.
watched it. You enjoyed it. Why did you watch it?
Because it's been suggested to me.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
fair enough. By who?
You guys?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It is a good show. I feel like Mixed Nazi likes it a lot.
He
Yeah.
liked it enough to rewatch it with his family,
Yeah.
which is
It's a good family show.
Uh,
It's about kids in an orphanage. It's about food processing.
Oh,
in
Educational.
economics.
Yes.
I don't know. Episode 5, like, so it's not bad, but I'm not sure if I would rewatch it. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah,
it's good, but not my
Yeah.
favorite.
I know
makes
what you mean.
sense.
I'm liking the manga. I feel like the manga might be better than the anime from what
That's
I've read
for
of it.
everything. That's for
That's
anything
not
and
for
everything. Really, name one manga other than Ghost Stories that isn't better than the anime.
Full Metal Alchemist.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I think Brotherhood's better than the manga because the art isn't super good and the adaptation's pretty really close. Like there's a
Gotcha.
few things that are like the very first part in the anime is added from that's not in the manga, but it's basically one for one and the art is way better in the animation.
Okay, name something else other than Berserk.
Let me think.
I mean, technically, you could argue My Hero Academia
Probably.
because My Hero Academia was like, it was popular, but it wasn't that popular until
Demon
the anime
Slayer.
came out. Demon Slayer.
I think those animes got popular because of the American hype.
I mean,
And-
we are a giant country with
and
lots of people.
They're
that-
illiterate. Everyone here is illiterate.
Not everybody, just me.
Just me.
1 out of 3 people in America are illiterate.
Yeah.
I can
Is
read
that a
'cause
legit
you're-
statistic? 1 out of 3 people in America are
No, I was
illiterate.
just counting how many people is in this room.
Oh,
I could read because it says Elden Ring Coop.
It's co-op.
That's literally co-op.
Coop.
Co-op.
It's
I'm gonna
not
send
co-op.
you to the
There's no dash. It's just Coop. Elden Ring Coop.
Dude, you're making him like first the YouTube thing, and now this. You're harming him.
Hey, look, Elden Ring co-op.
Are you happy now?
I can hold.
And
it
you
on my-
actually did post
No.
the YouTube thing, didn't you?
I didn't.
I
did
can
not
hold it in my
post
lap
to
while
YouTube.
you beat him up.
Okay.
because I would not put that character from whatever that
Zootopia.
Zootopia is my avatar.
But it was a meme account. It has to
There
be
was
up.
also a video on it, and it's not the kind of video I'd post.
It was a type of video that Pyrolus would post, though.
How? Wait, how?
Because you are a weird person and you have lots of.
You can't read me. You don't know what I'd post.
Yeah, I do.
Like what?
We've
Minecraft
seen
videos?
what
That's
you
it.
post.
Hentai.
I don't post it. I make that. There's a difference.
So yeah, nice.
So Boom, how's Genshin Impact been recently?
I haven't played it in over a year.
Good for you.
I've been playing Elden Ring,
Oh,
And
Elden Ring's
Fortnite.
great.
Steins Gate,
Yeah, we just played Steins.
and I
did
played
play
a
Steins
little bit of
Check out the
Fortnite a
YouTube
couple months
channel.
ago.
Nice. I got Darth Vader. I'm never gonna use him
Why?
because I respect Darth Vader too much.
Fair enough. It's kind of like if you use Master Chief. Or
Also, he's
Goku.
massive. Like, I know the hitbox probably isn't different, but you see him from a mile away. It's like,
He's also a
Imposing-
giant black figure.
yeah, black figure, so he's super like
And like a
recognizable.
bright.
Yeah, and a bright
setting.
That's what I
environment.
never get is why do people use giant skins? Like in Call of Duty and Fortnite, Apex, all these games that rely on like tactics and stuff.
Yeah,
Why do you use a giant banana outfit?
I don't know.
Or why
worst-
do you use the neon RGB strobing skin in Call of Duty?
The worst is the freaking Gokus. There's so many Gokus in Fortnite, and I hate all the Gokus, and I want all the Gokus to die.
Somebody posted a photo on Reddit, and it's like it took a shot of a squad, and it had Darth Vader, Goku, Naruto, and Rick from Rick and Morty, and he's like, if we could only show this to the original developers of Fortnite.
uh,
Yeah, I don't like Fortnite.
Yeah,
Fortnite has
it's
encapsulated
something.
everything I dislike in games.
it's amazing. You get to teach children how to suffer. It's beautiful.
One
I can do that
thing
with just life.
this is gonna be, this can be taken the wrong way really easily. So I'm gonna say this very carefully.
Uh-huh.
They started putting in educational memorials into Fortnite.
Uh-huh.
They started with one last year, and they're doing another one this year. That I don't like.
What's an educational memorial?
So the one that they're doing this year is they're recreating the speech from the I Have a Dream speech
Yeah.
in Fortnite.
That is kind of cringe because Fortnite is so not serious.
It's also like
So trying to put something in that's like a serious part of history,
I don't like when
into
entertainment tries to force me into politics.
something so cringe as Fortnite.
yeah, it's like an actual moment in history, and they're just gonna have it in a random spot on the map with people that
Yeah,
I don't
this
know.
is
It just
not a good
it just seems so off and just like what? I don't think they should have it in it.
This is like
simple
internet
enough.
historian videos where they're like, "Hey, we're gonna do this thing. It seems like a good idea," and then everyone just ruins it for them. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, stop that." People are like, "You're so dumb. This isn't how the internet works."
Exactly. But anyways, let's talk about some more anime.
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 Besides for Goku and Fortnite, which we will never discuss again.
Goku.
He can even go Super Saiyan.
They can Kamehameha you, and they always have it. There's one item that like
Yeah.
lets you do that, and they always have it. The Gokus always have it. It's like the
That-
first thing they go for. All the Gokus just fight over the Kamehameha. You find a Goku,
Oh,
you
God.
know they have it.
Darth Vader can deflect it, right?
No, they don't have lightsabers in it anymore.
Oh.
What's the point of Darth Vader then?
He's just there. You could shoot people, I guess. I don't know.
It made sense when they made a rip-off Boba Fett skin. It made sense when they made
Yeah.
a rip-off John Wick skin.
Those were cool.
But it's like...
Now they have actual John Wick.
Anyways, So, Made in Abyss.
Made in
Abyss.
Abyss.
#1 family show of the season.
Yes.
So wholesome.
Should watch with your very, very young and impressionable children.
Yes.
Indeed.
The
only problem is kids are kind of edgy these days, so they might get bored by the wholesomeness.
that's
Probably.
true. So yeah, season 2 is a thing.
It's beautiful.
An amazing thing.
It's traumatizing.
No, it's not. Take those words back, Ethan.
It's beautiful. What did you think of the Village of the Hollows?
That
Reminds me
was
of a home-cooked
really
meal.
cool and wholesome at first, until I figured out what it actually was.
Oh yeah, so you're caught up to the.
I'm fully caught up.
Okay, so a new
Reminds me of my
episode
home
just
nation.
came out today.
I did
which
not
I'm
watch
hyped
that
to
episode.
watch. But yeah, oh my goodness, you find out what happened, how the village was created. It's so cool.
Yeah, that little child that you were talking
The
about
little
last episode.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah.
What the frick?
Yeah.
Children have imaginations. What's wrong with it?
She
Uh,
she eats everybody kinda.
she does eat everybody. And then she births her own child
Yeah.
from her soul.
Faputa, who is Reg's friend.
Yes. Which that is cool. I like that aspect that we're getting more backstory.
She is
I like
freaking creepy when
She
she's
is
first
creepy.
born. Holy
oh
crap.
god. Yeah. And then like when this is spoilers, by the way, so yeah, plug your ears.
Okay.
When she's just like, "Oh, you need a piece of me to like help you guys," and she just rips off her ear.
Yeah.
That's like the least amount of traumatizing
I
compared to the
forgot
last
that even
3.
happened.
Yeah, it's like by the time you get to that point where there's people just ripping parts of bodies off, like parts of their bodies off of themselves, you're just like, oh, I'm dead on the inside. I binged this through a
Oh,
whole
man.
day. I was happy. I was happy during the beginning of the day because I just got done watching Licorice Recoil.
Yeah.
It was it's kind of getting towards a sad part, but I'm like, okay, it's okay show.
Yeah.
And then I started watching that. First episode, great. Second episode, great. Third episode, it gets dark. Fourth episode, you're like, okay, I know this is going. But by the time you get to the 7th and 8th episode,
He
is the
lost
last
his
one.
torch.
Oh man.
There's just
The
I'm
backstory is
mentally
super
broke.
cool. The characters
is.
all in the backstory are all super cool. They all seemed a little like off and shady at first, and then they're all just like decent people who just got in the worst circumstances.
Well, the priest guy.
The priest guy seems shady, but like, what else was he gonna do?
I mean, that's true. I can understand why he did it,
Also,
but he still seems like that psychopath killer to me.
yeah. Also, the other guy was, I think he was the first one that tried it, and that's why he was so like going crazy because he was like, I was starving to death, and I ate.
Oh,
One of
the what's the name? He was like
He
the
was-
knowledge guy, the
yeah,
book reader guy.
Yeah,
The scholar.
The scholar.
guy.
That's the name of it. I like. Okay, besides for it looking like a Pokemon, I like his hollow form.
Oh yeah,
Besides for the fact he takes a very cool character and just like locks her away.
yeah, yeah. She's cool though. I don't. Why'd they lock her away?
No, not that character. I'm talking one. What's her Nanachi?
Oh,
Nanachi is
right.
gone now.
Oh, right. That's yeah. Nah, she'll be fine. They'll figure it out. Reg will buy her back or something.
With what?
with what's her name?
With someone else's spleen.
You think that's gonna work?
Probably.
I guess maybe.
Dude, he's in an organ donor's dream. All he has to do is be like, I would like that, and that. And I want to be like,
You
okay.
can just give him his other arm. He doesn't need it. He'll be fine.
Right. Just running through the.
Reg just pops out his eyes. Like, here you go.
Oh, that'd be weird. Anyways,
Hakimaru
the show
kicks butt
I
without
forget.
eyes.
What was that?
It said Hyakimaru kicks butt without eyes. Thank you very much.
That's true. Oh, we're getting close to being able to finally talk about Dororo.
We're so close.
The
I know. We're almost finished with it.
We're on
We've been
episode 20
binging
now.
it for the last like month.
Yeah. Anyways, I was just really surprised. I, for some reason, had a lot more wholesome idea of the show.
It's very wholesome.
It is very wholesome.
It's not wholesome.
What do you mean?
That's a joke.
It's very wholesome.
It's not wholesome.
It's so wholesome.
You obviously haven't seen what Hollywood has been producing these days.
You know what?
I
That's
think-
actually a good point.
It's probably the most disturbing thing. Like, it's so much more disturbing than something like Berserk because of how calm it is and then how awful it gets.
Yeah.
Because it has the duality of you see both. So it's like super calm and then something horrible hits. It really hits instead of just being awful all the time. So you're just kind of like, you're used to it being terrible.
Yeah, and that's, I don't know, for some reason my brain almost blocked out all of the really bad stuff of the first season and the movie. Well, not the movie. The movie was just, it was just like
Movie's
straight
so
on,
amazing.
just hardcore stuff.
Subarashi.
But season 2, just like, I don't know, it starts off like really like hopeful and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then you get into,
Get into the backstory of those guys and
Yeah.
you're like, well.
it
That
reminds me
backstory's
of the
not gonna
Donner
end well.
group. You ever heard of the Donner group?
Mm-mm.
They were some of the first people that went out south.
Oh, okay.
And well, they got stuck in the mountains and ate each other
Because they ran out of leather.
because they ran out of food. First of all, so yeah, they ate each other. Only a couple of them survived. Yeah.
They
So
started with
happened on,
like
like,
the baby.
shipwrecks and
There was a
stuff, too.
baby they started with.
no,
I thought they had like a child they started with.
nope. They actually started off with a family.
Nice.
Yeah, because a family died.
Ah.
Yeah.
There were a few cases in the Great Depression where like they arrested people because they tried cooking their children.
Yeah, that's just messed up.
Yeah, there's a shipwreck thing that happened too, where like they ended up they like cast lots to see who would be eaten.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they're like, either we're all gonna die or one of us is gonna die.
Right.
And then there was some like complicated law thing about that because that's like super illegal, but it's like under the circumstances and whatever. I don't remember.
Well, there's Law of the Sea.
But that was like a while ago too.
Yeah, yep.
So they had weird laws and stuff around it.
But anyways, I'm glad I binged it, but at the same time, I kind of wish I would have just watched it episode by episode.
Yeah.
Feel like it'd be less heart.
kind of rough. Like rewatching ReZero, like it's a tough show to watch because it's really heavy. But like Made in Abyss is so much heavier.
Yeah,
It's insane.
I feel like I could easily re-binge ReZero and not be
Yeah.
as affected. But for some reason, just how gut-wrenching the scenes are. like,
Yeah.
Made in Abyss is
Something about the brutality is so like real. Like especially with ReZero, he's gonna die and get
Yeah.
born, and so everything's gonna be fine. Whereas this is just like everything is happening and it's
Well, you even feel bad for some of the side characters. Like there's one character in the backstory group, the original outcasts,
mm-hmm.
that just gets picked up by one of the flying creatures, and you're like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
she's just gonna get like flown away, or she's gonna get eaten. And then all of a sudden she just puffs up and dies.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh frick, I forgot
Did-
that they were in the abyss.
Yeah, the freaking curse. There's also that part where the person just like walks up the hill to like look up somewhere and then just like falls back down and is like
Is just dead.
bleeding. And they're like, oh, guess we can't do that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, that's not it. They can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
we're screwed.
Yeah, it's super good.
Anyways, I like the show. That's about it for me. for
Nice.
that.
I've been watching Classroom of the Elite.
Have you?
I got caught up to it. There's like a couple shows. Ugh. I gotta get caught up on
Windows Defender.
Dang it.
I gotta get caught up on what's it called? Engage Kiss and the Ruby Show. And
Man,
then
you can just watch hentai on your off
should
time.
be
You don't
no
have to-
Engage Kiss is a hentai. It's a good story. I haven't caught up to it yet though. But Engage Classroom of the Elite's really cool.
Yeah.
It's got its cringy, like, we're in a high school and everyone's way too serious. But the second season, I think, is getting even better than the first. One of the psycho characters is getting a backstory. The main character is super cool because it's one of the like super overpowered characters, but he's done super well because you don't get very much of him. Kind of like One Punch Man,
Yeah.
where it's like you want to see more of him because you want to see what he can do. And the main character's like that, where he's very in the background and he's slowly taking more of like a important role in the story.
Yeah.
So there's a part where someone kind of like challenges him over like an email that's just like, you is like, you beat me on this time and you like manipulate this situation, but I'm coming after you. And then he's just like, yeah, come at me with everything you got. So he's super cool because he's always very calm and laid back and stays away from everything. So once he starts doing stuff, you're like, this guy's amazing.
You know, for a show that's just about high school kids living in like a experiment,
Yeah.
this seems like a really dark show.
It's not super dark. It's mostly just kids manipulating. It's also got the thing where it's like, what's your tragic backstory? It's like, I got a bunch of people found out about my blog where I vented about them and they started hating me. And then I told them all their secrets and then everyone started hating each other.
Oh wow.
It's like,
Okay.
it's like, nice. That's why you're a psychopath. Cool. But
That
yeah.
actually seems like pretty realistic. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. But
Just tell everyone else's secrets without them knowing that you hate them, and then they'll hate each other and you'll win.
yeah.
Exactly.
That is pretty much what happened. So yeah, it's a fun show. I don't know. It's like you kind of have to get past that like aspect of it, but the rest of it's just like a fun thriller.
Yeah.
Main character's cool. A lot of the side characters are cool.
Nice.
Very nice.
Well, I don't know if I ever watch it, but sounds
Main-
like a fun show.
Yeah, the main character is what makes it. He's very manipulative.
Yeah.
Like everyone, he's just pulling all the strings from
Is
the
this just
background.
high school Death Note?
Yes, it is. It's High School Death Note.
All right.
Nice. Without as much killing.
Yeah. Nobody dies. Just
I
a
want
lot of
more
people
blood.
threatened.
Give me more sacrifices.
Other than that, I've been watching Like Horse Recoil.
Yep.
Which the last episode was pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think the episodes have ranged from mediocre to bad.
Yeah.
And the last episode was decent. The problem I have with it is it's like, it's a good episode and it makes me kind of care about the characters, but it's like, this is way too late to get me to care about the character.
People are saying it's wrapping up, and I don't like the idea that I was really hoping they were going to go with, okay, this is season 1, there's going to be a season 2, but it sounds like they're just going to wrap up the story in 13 episodes.
I think so, yeah.
This show is way too rushed.
Yeah.
I was afraid this was going to happen. There's like little to no character development.
Mm-hmm. The world building was super cool, and then they just dropped it.
Yeah.
It was like the first episode was like, this is the world. It's really interesting. Here's a bunch of slice of life garbage.
They introduced a Yakuza mob boss, a chief of police, a teacher, a manga writer, and all they do is sit in the cafe during scenes. It's like there's no interaction with them. Like they're supposed to work for them.
Yeah,
right?
like the second and third episode was really cool because you saw them go on missions and stuff and things were happening.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, they're just kind of chilling, and
like
the comedy is so cringe too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. I hate the comedy.
Like when they're in the school teaching sayings, and like
it was like nothing was happening. They were just like, this is a cute scenario. Happens.
Yep.
It's like cool.
Or the trick-or-treating one.
Yeah.
Where she's like, oh, you can't hand out candy with me. You have to go work. And it's just a montage of her doing work in her Halloween costume. There's no setup. There's no like gags or
it was just
bits or anything like that. Like
it
just
was just
that.
the thing.
And then she just shows up back at the school.
Yeah.
Well, she's still handing out candy.
It's like the joke is that and then she's like wants to get the candy or whatever, and it's like, please, could I have some candy? And it's like, there's no joke here. There's nothing here. It's just, this seems like a cute thing, so it happens. Yeah. I hate that part of the show. The part of the problem I see, a lot of reviews and stuff I've seen on it, people were like, this isn't just any like they act like it was marketed as a slice of life, but it did not seem like a slice of life from like the poster or like the first episode or anything. Like
The poster is
it has no, it doesn't show that it's a slice of life. It shows that it's like this action thriller show. And then it just becomes a not good slice of life for the most part of it. And then at the very end, it goes into this like tragedy thing. The villain is
well, I don't
super
know.
cool.
We're on episode 10.
Yeah.
I think episode 10 is coming.
I think
up.
there's 13 episodes. In
Yeah, we only have 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it. They could do a season 2. If they do a season 2, they could make it better.
Yeah. The villain
But-
is super cool. He should have been in it more. Like the guy with
The
the
villain
green hair.
is. We don't even know why the villain wants to do it besides for chaos.
Yeah, like there's no explanation for what he's doing, but what he's doing is cool.
He
I
got
just-
traumatized
guess I
by
wish there was more of
Chisato
him.
a little bit.
yeah.
And I don't know.
I wish there was more of him. There was more explanation for the whole world because it was like the last episode. It was like it wasn't like we built up for these answers. It was just like nothing happened and then the answers were given.
All of a sudden, we find out the main bad guy literally has robot eyes. Apparently now, 'cause
yeah.
he was blind.
yeah. I don't-
The main character has an artificial heart that all of a sudden gets shocked by a car battery, basically,
yeah.
and now doesn't work,
Yeah.
even though it's 20 years future tech.
yeah.
And I know for a fact. Okay, I know this is technically alternate history.
Yeah.
I think, but I know for a fact there's people that walk around with pacemakers
Yeah.
that make their hearts beat.
Also, if it's also weird that she was shocked in the first place. Like, if they just killed her, they could have just killed her.
Well, and they even said that too. It's just like, why didn't the lady just kill her?
Like, there's probably a reason for it or something, but I can't imagine it being a good reason.
Because the way they're setting it up, it's like the main, I guess, antagonist or the the secret organization gave it to her so that way she could fulfill her destiny or whatever.
Yeah.
If at the end they're like, oh, we were just testing you and just hands her like a new heart or something.
Yeah. I feel
I
like
could-
that could happen.
I feel like this is going to happen, but I don't want it to happen.
There's so much like, I don't know, like they needed to interact with the world more, like the DA or whatever, the organization that they work for
Yeah.
is really super shady.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like hinted out that it's really super shady in the beginning, and then it's just never mentioned again. Like nobody brings it up. It's just there.
All of a sudden, they're an accepted fact of the story.
Yeah. And
Nobody's going against
yeah,
them.
it was like Chisato had like this thing against him, and we're like, where is this going to play to? It plays to nowhere so far, unless they rush it and throw it in at the end. But
Yeah.
there was just so much setup for nothing that happened, and it was just episode 4. I realized the show might not be great because just the stupid panty shopping episode. There was no character development. It was just like Takina is going to become less of a robot. That was the episode.
I was somewhat okay if that was all what that episode was, and then the rest of it was
Yeah.
they broke the ice, they broke the frigid
But
ice queen
It just
character.
kept going.
But yeah, they just next episode is basically the same thing.
Yeah,
And I'm
this-
just like what
the stupid parfait episode where she makes that like
giant
Takina makes
pile of
the
crap.
yeah, the pile of crap parfait, which somehow becomes the most popular item on the menu. She sees one tweet that's like, it looks like crap, but it tastes good. And then she flips out and is like, we can't sell this anymore. It's
Yeah.
embarrassing. It's like, oh my gosh. They're not people. They're not characters. They're just like cute objects. That's
Yes.
all they've made them to be. They are just fan service in like the worst way possible. I didn't know you could have fan service that was just for cute factor, and I didn't know it could be that bad.
They even have a lolly hacker
Yeah.
that's 30 years old. The only time that's ever mentioned is at the first time when they realize, oh, you look like you're 12.
I like the
She doesn't
lolly
even look like she's
hacker
12. She looks like she's 6.
way more than Takina.
Yeah.
Chisato.
When she tries getting into the bar, that was
that is
kind of
funny.
funny.
It's like, here's my ID, and it's like, you can't come in here. It's like, this is my face. I'm 30 years old.
And then the
It's like,
40-year-old
you
lady
can't come in here.
next to her is like, yeah, I'm 20. She just like gut punches her. Like, you're not 20.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
And then like one of the reveals is Chisato finds out that one guy saved her or whatever, and it's because she was just there
Yep.
while they were talking about it.
No resolution to that plot whatsoever. Like,
Yeah.
there's no like discussion between the
It was
sensei
like,
guy
oh,
or
let's go
anything.
spy on him because he's meeting up with the leader of
We're
the
afraid
DA
that
or
the DA
whatever.
is gonna close our
Yeah,
shop.
and
Like,
then it was just like, oh, and then she just overhears it. Like they just talk about it every single time
yeah.
they go to the bar together. It's like,
Anyways, I think that's about all of our ranting for that.
there we go.
I guess we can do some more talk about anime, but we're gonna take a break and we have trivia.
Trivia.
Okay, last question, and then depending on what happens, we're either gonna have to do a tiebreaker question, or you both get a gift. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right, pulling up Discord.
Anyways, in the amazing science fiction drama series Steins Gate, there is a character in it named Mr. Braun.
I know. Mr.
That's what they
Brown.
call him, anyways. What is his actual name?
Pretty sure I know this one.
I don't think I know this.
His name is, I'm not going to tell you, but it's actually Mr. Braun. That's what they call him, right?
Yeah.
What is his actual name? All right. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these sponsored messages.
These sponsored messages.
And we're back.
Hi, Beck. I'm Dad.
Welcome back to Baka-Talk.
Please don't do that. There's so much static and garbling. And
Yeah, it's amazing.
there's a reason
It's
why
so cool.
there's a reason why $10,000 1940 mics sound worse than this $100 mic.
It
now.
sounds
Subarashi.
so
technology advancement.
It's called the appreciation of the past.
Subarashi.
All right, you ready to see who loses?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
I lost.
Are you sure?
Yes,
How do you know?
because
Okay.
of what I wrote.
Yeah, so in the hit series Steins Gate,
Steins Gate.
there is a character named Braun.
Mr.
Braun. What is his actual name?
Mr. Braun?
Weeze wrote Steiner
Steiner Braun.
Steiner Braun. And Pyrolus wrote James.
James.
What's his real name?
His real name is Yugo Tanoji.
Was Russian.
Yugo Tanoji.
Yeah. Yugo's Russian.
I guess.
Man, we were both wrong.
So that puts the total of, I think you still win, Pyrolus?
I still win.
Because nobody
Dang
gets
it.
points.
Nobody gets points, so I'm still in the lead.
What an awful ending.
And yeah, so he wins another one.
No.
Another one bites the dust. You guys were really close. Like, you were 1 point apart.
Yeah.
Weeze had 5 and you had no. Weeze had 4 and you had 5.
Let's go. 4 points. Beat my personal record.
So anyways, what do you want?
What are the prizes again?
Prizes.
Yeah.
We'll do a $75 limit,
Oh my goodness.
All right.
but it won't be anytime soon. Because
Oh,
I'm
I'm not
currently
expecting
broke.
anytime soon.
Anyway, so yeah, congratulations,
It was
Pyrolus.
rigged.
It was rigged. Sorry.
Let's go.
I was actually hoping you
This
guys
is-
would both know that.
This'll be how we get more viewers because they're like, oh no, Weeze never wins. We gotta watch and we gotta listen till Weeze wins, and then I never win, and they keep
He
listening.
never wins.
How did you know my secret?
I don't know.
I had one secret.
I have
figured it out.
marketing intellect.
This day's already been wacky enough if a guy
What a
commenting.
wacky video.
I wish this was live right after I say, hey, this should be live.
Dude, the Steins Gate Kirusumakase bunny version is $560.
It's
What
just
does
a
it look
little
like?
bit over the
It's an actual
budget.
figurine.
Yeah, it's not an Android.
Give me all your money.
Oh no, you didn't win.
Oh, it doesn't matter if I win. I just need all of your money so I
Correct.
can buy that.
Okabe is 147.
Why do you want more Steins Gate figures? You could literally
You
get
need to get
anything.
all of the Steins
I
Gate
was
figures.
gonna get all the Steins Gate figures.
Oh, okay.
Just get all that Steins Gate Ninja.
You could get like a DXD figure with removal.
I can't put
removable
that in my
clothing.
room.
You don't need to put it in your room.
Dude, I'll get this one.
Oh, let's go.
Dude,
The frick is that?
It was
Titan.
Jaren Ager.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, there's Makise Kirisu in a white swimsuit. No, that's still a bunny suit. It's just white, not black this time.
Well, anyways,
Yeah, you guys keep on talking. I'm gonna keep.
what do we
on.
have for the rest of the show? Beauty.
well, we ranted about Made in Abyss,
Made in Abyss.
the chorus recoil,
Licorice Recoil.
which is about what we do normally for a week. So yeah, we've
what
fulfilled
else?
our
What
quota.
else? What else? What else?
Um,
Was there another anime?
I technically watched the first episode
Oh,
of Call of the Night.
Yeah, Call the Night. What do you think of the first episode of Call the Night?
It's interesting.
It's a vibe.
It is. Actually, yeah, it's a vibe.
Do you like the opening and ending songs?
Yeah,
They're super good.
they're super good.
Crazy Nuts
Um,
or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Crazy Nuts.
Creepy Nuts.
No, Crazy Nuts.
Is it Crazy Nuts? Okay.
Because I
Yo,
remember the name of the opening for Spy X Family is Mixed Nuts.
Ah.
I was like, that's kind of funny that two new animes had like nuts themed
yeah.
songs. But anyways, it's something. It's weird. It puts into perspective a lot of things I kind of think about,
Yeah.
like what you want to do with life. like-
Yeah.
I know that even just the first episode alone had a lot of, I guess, really in-depth stuff.
Yeah.
They talked about a lot of stuff pretty.
And it was like, why didn't you want to go to sleep? And it's like, people don't go to sleep because they're not satisfied with their day.
Yeah.
It's like, that's pretty
That
cool.
line by itself is just like, oh, that's actually pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in-depth. That
Yeah,
was
it's
some
relatable.
good writing.
The
there.
weird pedophile stuff kind of takes me out of it sometimes.
Yeah.
But
I kind of get her.
it's not as it doesn't seem as creepy as it goes on, which is maybe a bad thing.
You just get used to it.
You've
but
been desensitized. Oh, no.
it's odd, especially when he's
this.
just.
I want this.
It's 70-22. You can do it.
Yeah, it's not $75.
What?
It's not $75.
It has to
It's
be
not
exactly 75.
That's amazing. Okay.
I found a Goblin Slayer and enjoyed.
Yes, you did.
Dude, his club has blood on it.
So
That's
yeah.
adorable.
Anyways, Call of the Night. It's got something about it. It's calm, but yeah, it's got that creepy vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like especially that scene where they're talking, and then all of a sudden she's just like, "Yeah, let's go to my place."
Yeah.
I'm just like,
This
How old
seems
are you?
Bad.
and they
Yeah.
just she just straight up asks him like, "How old are you?"
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm 14. She's like, "Oh, okay."
Perfect.
Just like, lady, calm down.
Cold.
It definitely, the beginning is mostly just a vibe, but as it goes on, the most recent episode starts getting more into the story. There's a lot more stakes and stuff. There's like, this needs to happen and this needs to happen. And
Yeah.
like there's characters, lots of different characters and interactions and stuff. I mean, lots for compared
That's
to
cool.
what the show had before. But yeah, so it definitely gets more into the story as it goes, which is good because it gets to the point where it's like, okay, the vibe is kind of wearing off.
Yeah.
And now what's next? And then it starts getting into here's like some stuff that's happening around it. And you're like, oh, this is cool too.
The whole premise of him wanting to change his life, and of course wanting to become a vampire because, well, vampire stuff.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He wants to fly.
The whole slice of life romance plot of, well, she finds like falling in love and actually making offspring like something she doesn't want to do and kinda
Yeah.
weird. So she's like, yeah, I'll let you try to fall in love with me, but I'm not gonna like
Do anything.
do anything.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's kind of a unique premise on
Yeah,
the
it
whole
is.
romance thing. That's kind of interesting.
And also, like, the kid doesn't understand what falling in love means. So he's like trying to figure it out, which is kind
Yeah.
of interesting.
Yep.
I want a show where it's racing, right? Like kind of like initial D,
Yeah.
kept with vampires, and the goal is that after this tournament of things, the winner gets a item that lets them walk out in the sunlight.
That's
Dude,
a
that
cool
actually kind of
idea.
cool.
That's
It's
what-
just night racing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they can't race during the day, and like there's a moment where like the guy, the main character, barely makes it out before the day hits, and the guy behind him goes no, and just turns to ash.
Yeah.
And
That's a
you
sick
see
idea.
someone just sees a random car with ash and like free car.
So it's like it's Tokyo drifting at night
Yeah.
with like souped up cars, and they're driving throughout the city, and then there's cops chasing them and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Oh, that'd be kind of
And like
sounds
the
sick.
cop gets the car right before day breaks, and they go over the car, and there's no one. They're like, "What?"
yeah.
And it like becomes like the ghost stories, the ghost racers at night or something.
Oh, that
And,
sounds
it's a
super
whole cool thing. Then you got like detectives looking into the ghost
yeah,
racers
you
at
can go
night,
back and forth.
and like, wait a minute, these are vampires.
And then
Get the garlic.
maybe they're getting on the trail of like the main character, so he has to
Yeah.
like dodge them while still being competing in his
And like
race
the main
stuff.
character is wasn't a vampire when he started out, but he was turned into a vampire for whatever reason. He just wants to be normal. That way his parents don't hate him animore. Or
Yeah,
something weird
maybe he
like
has
that.
like a wife or something.
Yeah, or he's got
No.
like a
he has somebody that he loves.
he's got a little
Is it-
sister with a brother complex.
No, can't be that weird. It's gotta be like an actual like I don't know childhood friend or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
They actually confessed to the childhood friend. They
He
loved
has
him,
a
and then they
son.
got turned into a vampire.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
great. That would be an amazing first episode of like the whole like love story like wraps up. And it's like, oh, I love you too. And then the very next, like just a few minutes later, he gets turned into a vampire. It's like,
Oh.
you can't go out.
So
on-
now-
no, he's gonna tell her that he loves her, like, but it's on her birthday, so he wants to go get her a gift.
Oh,
So he goes at night to go get her a gift at a store she
Yeah.
likes, and then he gets yanked
this is
into
a
an alley.
sick idea.
And then
this
she-
is mine, by the
and
way.
then there's a
for
bunch
ours.
of drama
Yeah.
where he has to hide the fact that he's a vampire from her.
Yeah.
still. Well, racing at night, trying to get that like
And
it's
he,
like
like-
an amulet or something that he has to wear.
Well, the thing
or
is-
something like that.
He can no longer go to her birthday party the next day, or like the next few days away, because it's during the day.
So,
Yeah.
he,
So
like,
she's like,
vanishes
"You're
for a
invited. You're like my
while.
best friend. Why are you coming?" He's
No,
like,
ultimate
I can't.
ultimate scheme. The birthday party is like within like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
In the last race to win is like the day before.
yeah.
So of course you have like that end drama. Of,
Oh, so he has to win before. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I like this.
I like this.
This is ours.
Yes.
We're doing this somehow.
See, this is what
One
happens
way.
when I'm on 1 o'clock of sleep.
This
1
is
hour
great.
of sleep, I mean.
We're writing this up. We're getting a script. We're having Michael Bay direct.
No, no, no. This is an anime.
We're
Stop it.
gonna dub it. Let's go.
You don't want all the vampires just exploding in the cars?
That we can do that in the anime.
That's true. But we can have Michael Bay produce the anime. And then Michael Bay becomes
Okay,
a weeb.
that's
We're gonna
expensive.
have
And then-
Ramen Cat do all of the art and animation.
Yes.
We're gonna have
Okay.
us do the dub voice acting.
Yes.
Um.
We'll have my brother do all the Japanese voice acting.
yes. And then
Oh no.
what else do we need?
Ohio.
We'll have McSnazzy write up some music.
Yes.
It'll just all be like beatboxing stuff.
just
It'll
drums.
just be him like humming and like just for this voice.
Yep.
That'll be all the background music.
Hold on, I gotta add this to my Google Notes.
Yes, do that because I at least want to make this like a story or something.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Well, yeah, that sounds fun.
We can make it into a light novel.
We could, and then it gets an anime adaptation, and we don't have to do anything.
We'll call it what do we call it? Speed Racer.
No,
Speed Racer at night.
we'll call it.
Speed Racing.
We'll call it Racing X Night.
Racing X. Oh, that's not a bad title.
Or Red Racers.
Red
What?
Racer.
Red Racer.
Red Racers.
Vampire Racer. I
You
got
can't put-
turned into a vampire and had to do this stupid race in order that my
Childhood
sister
friend.
with a brother complex could fall in love with me.
Race of the Blood. I don't know. There's some.
Blood racing.
There's gotta be something that says vampire without saying it's a vampire.
Yeah.
Exactly. Racers of the Night.
I don't know. That could just be
Racing at twilight.
like racing at no.
Twilight Racers.
We'll figure something out.
Racers of Blood. No, you already said that.
Yeah.
Erasers of Blood. That's a different story.
Hot Wheels Blood Race. Do you guys ever watch any of the animated Hot Wheels movies?
I've watched some of the show. I remember the show being like, you miss an episode and nothing makes sense, and nothing makes sense probably if you didn't miss an episode.
What show?
Hot Wheel
There's-
Around the World or something.
Oh, yeah,
They
that
went to,
one.
Like, I don't even.
You had the
remember what
techno
happened.
group, and then you had the hardcore like off-road.
Yeah,
group.
they just like they're into some vortex or something. I
yeah,
don't know.
the Speed Force.
They
Technically.
didn't race that much. They just like drove in, they hung out and talked for a while. I was like, what the heck? Because it was like, we got to go around the world.
Yeah,
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
there was
It was a weird show.
there was
I remember
a movie.
liking it. I don't remember anything about it.
Me and my brother loved this show when we were young. There's a movie that started it called Hot Wheels Around the World or World
yeah.
Race.
Yeah.
And they're literally racing to get access to this alien artifact or to help. They're racing, but this professor figured out that there's this precursor race of racers that they built tracks all around the world, and you can access it by going 300 miles an hour and you go into another dimension, into the actual
that makes
racetrack.
sense.
So the race around the world is them just racing throughout the galaxy, and they're trying to help this guy figure out the alien.
Yeah, I just used the vortex thing to shoot cars at my brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I've seen Around the World in 80 Days.
Which one?
Does that count? I don't know. One of Jackie Chan, I think, was in it.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
That was a movie. I don't know why I watched
The
it.
original Fast and the Furious.
Watched it on a plane or something.
On a plane?
I don't remember.
A plane with snakes. Snakes on a plane.
I've been watching The Boys.
Nice.
He
How
has watching the
far are
boys.
you into The Boys?
Season 2, episode something.
Nice.
What
Yeah.
do you think
How
of
do
the
you like The
boys?
Boys?
It's something.
It's The Boys.
There's definitely a lot of violence. There's
Yep.
definitely lots of sex.
The violence is
stuff.
cool.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with Pyrolis and say a lot of it is.
Wait till it's season 3.
Yeah, I'm waiting until season 3 to get my full thoughts on it. But so far, it seems like everything has a purpose, and the story is actually decent enough to watch it. It's not something that you want to just catch one day while your friend's watching it,
Yeah.
because you would be totally lost. You want to watch from episode 1 so that you're hooked on why these people are doing it.
Dude,
Yeah.
when A-Train just like appears after, she's like, I love you and I want to stay with you forever.
Oh God,
And he's just
That-
holding. Oh,
yeah, that's just messed up.
he's like,
And
I
then-
gotta go. I gotta go. He's like, what?
From that moment, I knew he was hopped up on something.
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way that this crooked speedster is not hopped up on some type of drugs." But yeah, it was something. It's cool. I like it. It's a cool take on superhero stuff. It's really refreshing when you watch an MCU TV show like She-Hulk,
Yep.
and then you go watch The Boys, and you're like, The Boys are so much better.
And there's a season 4 confirmed.
Yeah.
There is?
Yes.
Nice.
She-Hulk is a show. Things happen.
Have you watched any
Episode
of
1 and 2.
it? I haven't watched episode 2 yet.
Episode 2 was much better than episode 1.
Was it?
They're both just fine.
I'm tired
It's a
of just
show.
fine.
It's a
I
Marvel
don't
show.
want Disney to put out just fine shows.
I know. Like,
If they're gonna put out just fine shows, then why even put out a show?
it feels like
Put work and sweat and dreams
Yeah.
and blood into it, and just make it a good show.
it feels like Marvel had like a line where it was like these were all like decent and just like pretty good, like
Yeah.
Ant-Man or whatever. Like, it wasn't spectacular, but it was
Right.
just good. And now it feels like a lot of the movies and shows are like below that line. They're not quite good enough.
I
It was
hear-
amazing until
I haven't heard
They're
or
just
seen
meh.
anything about Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, it's because it kind of sucked.
It's just like, why?
It was
then?
just a movie. It was like, things are happening.
Yeah, it's at the point where I'm just like, I don't want to watch.
They're too disjointed. It feels like how DC was, with just like all their movies, like nobody knew what was going on and what
Yeah.
was connected and whatever. It feels like that. Like none of the movies are connected. There's no
Right.
there's no threads. There's just things happening. The world's too big.
I am excited for the Black Adam movie from DC.
Yeah.
That looks super good. But yeah. I don't know, for a while I was wanting to watch like Western shows more than actual anime again, but after I binged like Made in Abyss, like Chorus Recoil, watched some like Call of the Night, I'm like, you know what? There's a reason why I actually like anime.
Yeah.
It's way better than anything that America has put out in a long time.
Yep. It's
Even
so much
with the
more
me-
unique.
Yeah, even
Just-
with the mediocreness of like Chorus Recoil,
Yeah.
I'd still probably rather rewatch that than watch She-Hulk, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd
Definitely.
rather watch Evangelion than She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, we can make that happen.
I'm not gonna watch either of them, so it's okay.
What if we force you by gunpoint to watch one of them?
Can I have the gun in my mouth?
She-Hulk is short.
Sure.
All right.
Well, if he watches the rebuilds, it's only 4 movies.
That's true.
That's my bare minimum requirement
The-
for anybody to like witness Evangelion. Is just
From what
watch the
I know
rebuilds.
of the very last rebuild, it's not bad. It's not as
It's
bad as the
pretty
show.
good.
was.
It's pretty good.
Like it was a
You look like, with the way your hand is on your computer, you look like you're trying to sell me a.
it was
Like,
a jumbled
it's pretty
out.
Good, pretty good.
This thing can fit so many pictures of Evangelion in it.
I bet
it was-
it can. You got like a folder there.
It was a jumbled up
Don't look at that.
like confusing story, but it
Yeah.
was like it was a little bit nicer this time. It was a little less confusing.
Let's just put it this way: the end of Evangelion, the 1996 or 1998 movie, gave you depression. But this movie, the last one, actually dissolves your depression.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Unlike the first two endings of Evangelion.
Yeah, we don't talk about those anymore. They don't count anymore. They were in the
They
time
were
loop.
in a different universe.
Exactly.
Omedeto.
This one was the true one because they referenced Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay, here's my theory. Shinji is actually Gendo the whole time. And at the very end, where they all say Omedeto, they're congratulating him for figuring out how to merge the consciousness of everyone. Huh?
No.
Huh?
I think
Imagine-
Gendo was just a really bad dad.
Imagine having to keep on redoing your anime because you don't like it. So you redo it 4 or 5 times.
Technically, okay.
That's true.
Ano, he kept on redoing it because his fans were getting mad. And he wanted to spite the fans. The fans weren't happy with the first ending because it was a happy ending. So he's like, fine, I'll give you a sad ending. He gave him End of Evangelion. Well, people weren't happy with how convoluted that ending was. So he's like, fine, I'll do the rebuilds and make the story better. And now everybody's happy.
Nah, man, I'm like, yeah, screw you. This show's staying. I'm gonna go back to Idol Manager.
I don't think he could play that. I don't know. It's also his Evangelion is very much a play on his mental well-being.
Yeah.
Like each movie kind of plays and tells you like what's going on with him, and it's kind of like his way. I don't think he ever really made Evangelion for anybody. He actually made Evangelion to show people that hey, you shouldn't be shut in neats and just watch anime all day. You should actually go outside. In End of Evangelion, they put a camera in one of the theaters that they're previewing it at, and they record it. So that way the people that are watching the show see what they look like when they watch the movie.
Yeah, that's a
And
weird scene.
That's a
it's-
troll right there.
And it kind of implies that you should actually go out into the world instead of being locked up with yourself. And,
This man was the original Go Touch Grass guy.
You're
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Hey, look,
he was
that's
like
me.
he actually made Evangelion in hopes that it was going to be one of the last anime.
He failed.
See, what I got out of it is I watched that, and then it showed the scene with all the people watching the movie. I was like, hey, look, that's me. It's so relatable.
So relatable. That one's me. Look, there's me
That's-
keeping the popcorn in my beard for later. That one's me.
That's just like me.
But yeah, so
Evangelion
it kind of
saw me.
backfired a little bit considering if you go onto the Reddit pages of Evangelion.
Yeah, now everyone's like, waifu, Asuna.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. What have I
Jeez.
done?
14.
And then he proceeded to
As
rebuild
he's
5 of them.
rolling in his bathtub of money. What have I done?
No, my depression is back. Better cover myself more.
I can't believe I've done this. I should turn on the faucet of gold.
I don't know. He actually had a really good intentions for making the movie, which is one reason I like the series so much. And like, all honesty, jokes aside, he was a very troubled person that tried putting out his thought process and his own feelings into a work of art. In a way, it kind of made a really jumbled up and messed up show. But in all actuality, that was just kind of what was going through his brain at the time. And
Yeah.
if you watch the whole series, you can kind of see almost like a healing factor in a way, like how the shows get better and they get more cohesive and stuff.
He discovered drugs.
He became Stephen King.
No, Stephen King was on drugs before he wrote.
That's true. Yeah, you can tell from the last movie. I think I saw in interviews and stuff. He's like, I'm in a better place now, so I made a happier story.
Yeah.
His kids left the house.
Guess what? Shinji ends up with the girl none of you cared about. Oh, got
That
him.
girl is like 40 years old.
Got him.
Bruh.
There's a weird thing that all like the test pilots, once they piloted an Eva, they would not age anymore.
Ah.
So like the first 2 movies of the rebuilds is back in the 90s technically. And then the last 2 are 20 years later. So a lot of people are older, kids are grown up and stuff, but all the Eva pilots are still teenagers.
But at the very end, it shows Shinji and the one girl. So doesn't it just mean Evangelion is just a state of mind?
That's what I've been saying the whole time. Anyways, I'm not going to explain Evangelion anymore. Maybe I should just make a video.
It was just a state of mind. It was Shinji the whole time.
I am just going to make
and these
a video.
were all
of
just
it.
in his mind. And then the one girl was the only real one, and all the other ones were fake. And his dad was fake because he actually didn't have a father. He didn't have parents at all.
He just wakes up in a white room.
It was all a state of mind.
Okay, we're done now. we're really done now. So yeah, I think that's about it for the podcast.
What a great episode.
'Cause I think
An amazing episode.
In case you didn't know, this podcast was just a state of mind.
State of mind.
yeah, it's going to be an excuse we use because I was totally out of it. today.
Subscribing to this podcast is just a state of mind.
Okay, we're done now. Wheeze.
Yes.
Say goodbye.
I'm
nicely.
Wheeze. Go check me out on KBW on YouTube, and at KBW Author on Twitter, and check out Pyrolus at Pyrolus2 on Twitter, and Pyrolus Plays on YouTube, and check out Boom at Sir Boom9 on Twitter, and check out the podcast Twitter, which is Baka-Talk at Talk Baka, and check out the YouTube channel, which is Baka-Talk Studios. And thank you so much for listening. This has all been a state of mind. Jam meow.
Why can't you just do it normally? Would it hurt you? Does it bring you pain to do it normally? Yes. You're just shaking your head, yes. Okay. Sounds good. Well, Pyrolus,
El soy canguro.
Wheeze,
Jam meow.
and see you guys all later.